Hey everyone, welcome back to the Arctic Truck by LEGO City. This is set number 60471, contains 1,064 pieces, retails for $119.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO, and this is essentially what we are working on. And in addition to the bags, this is what we did in the last installment here, which covers bags 3 and 4. And so far the build is keeping my interest, but all these Arctic sets now are starting to look the same. So it more or less is like a little camper, like a little houseboat, except this one's going to be on some kind of track. So this is like a living quarters with the pizza, and we got a sleeping quarters. We're still missing a bathroom and maybe a closet or something, but we don't know yet. And in this installment today, we're going to be focusing on bags 5 and 6. And today is July 13th, 2025. Now, the set has stickers. They're not too bad, but we could live without these. And I'm trying to think of the score on this. We've already ran across some scuffed pieces. I think we're already at an 8. So, yeah, go figure there. That's LEGO's quality on that. And yeah, I'm going to emphasize on it because that is part of the build experience and all that stuff, you know. So yeah. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it. We're going to be starting with bag 5 today. And I'm thinking of filming 2 installments today. So I'm going to do, this will be the 3rd video in this installment, and I'll do the 3rd and 4th, and then tomorrow after work I will do the 5th installment in the review and tour and stuff. So we'll do all that. And you know, there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. I am processing files for the Plant Cafe, that LEGO Friends set, and I'm working on, I'm doing a bunch of things right now. I just got done with the LEGO Friendship travel car. I got that out of the way. So, and I'm trying to get as many of these filmed as I can before I have to start back and do work. So yeah, that's a good way to spend a Sunday. And wall panels that are transparent. I'm hoping I'm not going to see anything else here. But we're going to start with our minifigure first. Yeah, I sound kind of tired. I just got done spray painting my weather station housing, so I'm trying to get that done today so I can get it back together. Just got to put it back together and lubricate all the parts, and that's who he is. That's how my hair looks right now, minus the goatee. But unfortunately my facial hair is already white, so I try to keep that cut off as much as I can, which helps because it's not really visible when I shave. Even better. Alright, now we're going to turn our attention back to the thing here, and I'm hoping you can see everything that I'm doing. Just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm just trying to get a lot of my projects done. I did film a tutorial yesterday. I don't think I'm going to have one filmed today. I'm going to try to see if I can squeeze one tomorrow. It's just the reviews right now are sucking up all my free time, so I'm trying to find a way to get around all that. But right now the only thing I'm trying to focus on is trying to get done with sets, and I got 3 more coming in next week. Well, this week actually. 2 of them are pretty interesting as far as I can tell, but one of them I was trying to tell LEGO no, don't send it, but it was too late. They already had sent it out. I could always use train doors. So yeah, that's kind of a, I guess I had that a coming type deal. Wow, okay, we got plenty of 1x6 bricks. So yeah, I've been just doing house chores and getting things done. It's like 100 degrees right now today. It's actually a little cooler. And you know, despite half the country being flooded out here it's the usual, it's just too hot to do anything outside. And I went outside to spray something down, And yeah, just as long as I drink lots of water, I'm fine. This could be a bathroom. It could be a roll of toilet paper. We don't know. But these type of sets, though, I mean, how often do you work with orange? I don't work with orange very often, so that's a treat. And you need a bunch of these here. It says we need 5, but I'm only counting. Oh, I see the other 4. Okay. But I've been pretty much trying to get things done. I think this might be just like a big giant RV here, like a fifth wheel on steroids. Yeah, that paper cut is still there when I undid the unboxing, right there. I gotta be careful with these Lego boxes. They could be really mean. Yeah, been just trying to look at the look through Google Maps, see if there's any places to go, and kind of just clicking around on landmarks, thinking, oh, that place looks interesting. And some are kind of like tourist traps where you got to pay to get in to see it. I'm thinking, well, get enough people rustled up maybe, but yeah, just depends here. So my intent is to really hit hard on reviews right now and get them done and move on to personal stuff that I want to work on. These are fine. There's just, and we were talking about this on Discord the other night. There's just too much stuff that I'm getting. And even just telling Lego no sometimes, it's, sometimes it could be you know, sometimes a boring set could be a blessing in disguise. I've ran across a few of those where, whoopsie, this is coming apart. But hopefully the set that I'm getting in that I don't want to review has parts I need to complete some projects. So it may happen. We don't know yet. And yeah, but orange, this is like a Halloween color here. I mean, how often do we get to build with this? Not a whole lot. But I am getting the comments on this channel as well as the main channel. A lot of people enjoy this style of content. It's not your average run-of-the-mill. Let's speed build, get it done, make millions of views on it, and move on. It's all about documenting. Is that gray or is that black? Oh, it's gray. I didn't look at the top. Okay, I'm being kind of silly today. But it's just getting all these set reviews. It's starting to get overwhelming. It's like they're trickling them in, but they're not trickling me in 100 or 200 piece sets. We're talking thousands of pieces, and I just really kind of want to move on to doing my own thing here eventually. And yeah, this is exactly what we're working on here, is a bathroom. Okay, hey, it's different, right? You know what, though? Like, we were talking about a yacht or a boat, like a boathouse or something. This is about as close as you're going to get to it. Just take this stuff off at the bottom, put it on a ship hull, and there you go. It's practically done for you. Well, here's this thing for the window, and Lego, I'm really kind of tired of pitted pieces. Okay, we'll put that down to a 7.5 then. Frowny face time. Jay, now you're expecting too much. Yeah, you know, but I gotta do it. I have to start failing things if it's not done right. Yeah, at least we're being honest about the play value and stuff. It's just sometimes, if you're like me and you're collecting this stuff, yeah, it's you know. Yes, that's the toilet, and that's the laboratory, the sink. That goes right there. So indeed, it is a bathroom. Isn't that cool? I mean, how often do we get to put bathrooms in things? Except this bathroom, you got to step to get in. Maybe it's a wet shower, because you got to put that door in there now. So, you know, I mean, the only thing we're really missing is a shower, but this could be a shower too. You know, we don't know yet. We haven't finished. These are your new best friend. If you're building campers, they will give you extra space. They will give you extra space in the floor here. First, I gotta find this piece, and I'll show you. You look in there, you could see it gives you a little bit more space, although I would have done something else with that, but it's a good way until you don't have those nasty holes through the side if you were to use bricks. So, it's a bathroom. It's kind of cool, huh? It's just like building one of my RVs. So if you want something that you can get the parts for, this one here's got almost all the parts you can think of for an RV. And if this doesn't go here, it looks like it does. And I do not want to break nails right now. This obviously is not the brick separator that came with this set, but it does come with one. So yeah, it's very interesting indeed. It's just a lot of orange pieces in here, a color at least we don't work with. At least it's packed with that, especially 1x10s. So how often do we work with these in that color? I don't get a lot of them. I think that's probably the only ones I have now are just in this set. Okay, there's the last one. There. Okay, sorry about that. And then now we'll continue on here. Okay. Well, at least they have this opened up here so you can get inside the bathroom. Hey, you know, if it's got a shower, this thing's fully loaded. We don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. But I'm always game for sets like this. Like I said, the Arctic, it's okay. It's kind of like Modern Space. But the color palette does work with it. So, you know, hey, it's quite alright by me here. And this sits here. Like that. Oh, and there's a brick that goes on the top. I forgot that. Whoops, we don't want to forget anything like that last. Remember I had to take it apart in the last installment to put those tiles in there? That's not good. Let's take our train door, and I'm always looking for the right-handed ones. Take our scratch glass and put that in there. That's just unbelievable Lego. I mean, that it's just, yeah, I'm going to bite my tongue there. And then we put a 1x10 here, and the door you're going to have to just keep it lined up as best you can. I mean, yeah, it's a houseboat. This would be a perfect houseboat. Change all these colors out, maybe put this door somewhere else. Maybe move the bathroom around. Yeah, this is a houseboat. Now, some of you have asked me, why don't I, trying to figure out where these pieces go. Okay, we're working on the front here. Why don't I build my fifth wheels and travel trailers 10 studs wide? This is 10 studs. You got 8 studs interior for playable, fully playable models. Because I try to keep everything city-sized. That's why I don't do it. For playability, 10 studs is perfect. But for city roads, it's too wide. That's why I don't do it. But you can build yours any way you want. So this is a good inspiration if you want to get into building your own RVs and stuff. So this one here is pretty much ready to go. And so far we've already determined though that bags 1 and 2 are separate. So it's at least 2 people. This would be the 3rd person building this right now. I think everybody's going to be interested in building this piece more than anything else. So I think that is what everybody's going to be more wanting to do here. I would want to build this. Okay. All right, so we got the hazard tile above the door here. So what are we going to afraid we're going to knock our head on that? Yeah. Or they just, instead of just using a regular blue one, they just kind of just recycled that part. Probably what they did. 1x3 flat tiles. I got a little container of them, but I'm starting to get more and more. Matter of fact, I've been sorting a bunch of those little ball joint pieces that use like for trailers. I have way too many of them, so I'm sorting them out, keeping maybe 10 or 15. The rest of them I'm packing up into storage into my shop because I don't need that many parts. So I'm just stacking those away and hanging on to them for a rainy day. That kind of thing. Yeah, so I think honestly, you know, when I was looking at the set, I thought that's your typical thing. I thought it was just a laboratory car. This is a camper on wheels, pretty much. It's just like overkill. A portable cabin. And these are also your best friend if you get enough of them. Some of you have asked me about the siding on the 1950s, 1960 house. I use these and these. They will work for those builds. They're your new best friends. So if you're into snot methods, there you go. There's some people there who just use these randomly, just find decorations. You can use them to hang pictures and curtains on walls and stuff too. So they're a pretty universal part. All that stuff here. Yeah, I've been kind of watching old TV shows and stuff, and they keep adding more channels. One channel we have, it barely comes in. It's very low powered, and they were showing old episodes of Matlock, and I thought, oh, I wish I can get that in. Remember back in the old days, you had to use the antenna, and if you want to watch Fox TV, you had to take the antenna because Fox networks were usually low powered, and you had to position that antenna 20 million different ways just to get a watchable picture. And yeah, so I really don't want to mount an outdoor antenna. Mine's is bolted in the attic as high as I can get it. I really don't want to have an antenna on the outside. So I may do that. I do have an old-fashioned VHF TV antenna. It will pick up the station real easily. But it's also meant for FM radio, so it's I'm going to have to try to find a combiner or something and combine the signals together and see if there's a way I could use both antennas. Because I used to have an FM receiver in the house, and I always like to pick up those distant stations, so I'd use that. Well, FM radio is pretty much dead now, so there's no point. Okay, now it looks like we're decorating the front here. We're almost done with this too, so we got to put a sticker number 8 on this. So just grab one of these here. And except for the stickers and the scratch pieces right now, the set probably would have been a 9.5. I'm going to say it's at a firm 8. That means the next boo-boo will be a 7. Or I can't remember, maybe it was a 7.5. I can't remember what that scratched piece. Probably a 7.5. But I'm kind of getting fed up with the scuffed parts, you know. These are kind of nice pieces. I know a friend of mine uses these for different textures on walls. So they work. I think they make 1x2 variants of that. back here. So I don't know what that's for unless that's meant to attach the snowmobile. I bet you anything that's what that's for. Okay. We've got a medical bag. Wouldn't that be inside, not outside? Or that doesn't go there. That goes over here. So it looks like bag 3 or bag 5, bag 5, whatever. It looks like bag 5 does the bathroom, bathroom, upper sides, and accessories. And I have a feeling the last piece goes here, which is a sticker, which is sticker number 8. So far we haven't even finished the build yet, but stickers are not too bad. They're kind of going on very slow, which is fine. You're not trying to that'll just have to do here. But for me, did I ever get that other one on right? Or did I put it on backwards? No, I did. I got it right. And we're not done yet. I thought we were done, but no. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? We are done. You know why? Because I'm looking at bag 6 we haven't done yet. And that's what we have remaining so far. And yeah, it's not too bad at all. Alright, I think we're going to wrap up this installment with bag 6 with a lot of blue pieces in there. So yeah, this is obviously a playable model. Like I said, just rip this junk off at the bottom and put it on a bolt hole and then got yourself a whole entire vessel. Alright, let's start sorting parts out here. I'm looking for cheese slopes right now. And yeah, we're going to have to do that. At least these sets have some unique pieces. Like these are for what you'd use for Technic vehicles, but they're good for what they use them for. Probably go around the windows. And the stickers we haven't really done a whole lot with, but that's fine by me. And I'm sorting out to get the cheese slopes right now, but in order to do that I'm just pulling out big stuff here, because I'm pulling out stuff like that just to get to one cheese slope. And we don't need the orange ones, so there's more blue ones. And what am I grabbing? The big items first, like the shovels. So if you're like me and you just don't like sorting, then sort as you build. It's a little better. Or I can just go through it and nitpick, but that wouldn't be fun. Okay. Oh, okay, we finally got one. So it just looks like this is dark blue trim. I think that's what I'll index it as. We don't know yet. By the time we're done pre-sorting all this, it'll go quick here at the end. So we're putting 9 on here. So far we've only put 3. Well, now it's 4. And I'm not sure if the other side's going to be custom or not, so we're not sure. Yeah, but back to over-the-air television. They're trying to get rid of it now, and they want you to pay for certain programmings, but well, we already know how to get around DRM content. It's like I just want to be able to stream it on any device in my house, not have to. The over-air, the TV networks, they want you to use an old-fashioned television set. Well, I use my iPad. I use my computer to watch TV. I know TVs are flat screen, they're modern, but I have a different type of network. I want to be able to watch whatever I want to watch whenever I want to do. And oh, this is not a bad idea. Okay, I'll show you. Look what they did here. We're sticking these around here like this. That's not a bad idea. Too bad it wasn't going all the way around, though. It might. I mean, this fits perfect with that. That's really good. Let's It's like, what are we doing with that? Well, now we know what they're doing. And I have a film we're going to need to make 2 of these, one for the other side. Let's take a look here before we do anything here. It looks like we're doing the same thing. That looks like we are. All right, let's just build both of them while we're here. But I just prefer the old television shows more than the new stuff that's on TV today. Especially the kids today are chomping the bits at all these new cartoons that are so friendly, and I'm like, oh, this stuff's toxic. I gotta have my violence. I gotta have my, what's that called? Pie and Tom and Jerry and all that stuff. I was watching those while I was dozing off the other night. It's like, I miss these, but you know, that's how it is. Gotta have my Hanna-Barbera fix, especially with the Smurfs on. And there was, the other day I came home early and they were showing Scooby-Doo, and I was like, oh. So I just left it on that, just listen to Scooby-Doo. I was going through bills. Remember days that you'd turn on the TV, watch cartoons while you're doing your homework? Well, it's the same thing now when you're an adult, except you're not doing homework, you're doing bills. So there you go. And that's not too bad. And, no. Alright, so once you make this, this goes right up above here for lights. Not too bad, huh? And this thing here goes down here. Now I'm assuming there's probably one here on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build both of them now, because it looks like we have enough parts to do it. So I'm just going to be inclined to do that. Okay. Except these are probably mirrors, but we don't know yet. So we're going to do it like this right now. This one I'm building from the book. This one's going to be its reflection. So we're going to do that. Let's see if I can make a mistake today. And yes, since I've had that memory card get corrupted, I'm checking. I'm checking dearly for that. Making sure. This is a nice, good color combination too. So this is an Arctic thing. You could live in that if you wanted to. It means that these go on the other side over there. But I've been pleased with this year's sets. I'm just not pleased with getting them late, you know. There are some sets I'd love to talk about. I can't. There's some sets I wish that they would have sent me, that had made good commentary, but I could request for reviews. But I'm not taking any review offers right now, just because I got too many as it is. Okay, there's 2 plates on top of one another. So let's just prepare this one here. Let's do this one real quick. And if I have to take it apart, then so be it. But just been kind of looking at things on the map, seeing where is there any places to go, and places that are cool at least. It's not flooded out. Of course, I don't mind a little water. Water is one of the weirdest things. We need it to survive, but it also can kill you too. Like you look at a glass of water like, oh, how can this kill me? You know, if you're in a raging river, it's a whole different issue. It's like I've been watching the news with all that bad stuff going on. I'm like, oh, wow. All right. Okay. So it looks like we are building 2 of these here. The dark blue goes closest to here. And I'm only assuming it's like this. So maybe we'll pinch that in there. You're going to have to do all this at one time. Obviously the wheels are going to go in here. And this goes here. They should have just put that on there while we were doing this one. I have a feeling that's where this one goes. Alright. Alright, now we've got to rotate it around. I'm not going to put this stuff on yet. This piece here goes right here. And then we just continue like we did the last side. I would have just made those into some kind of a sloped or something to match this up. But we don't know what goes there yet. This looks like we just need 7 of these. That kind of thing here. Alright, I'm dropping things. Being klutzy again. And then these 2 items go in here now. They just snap on those studs. I mean, this is not a bad little idea. So these here, if you're into this type of stuff, these are very valuable parts. For me, I only got a handful of those. It's not like I could use them for anything. And then the lights go in there, which is the same thing. Okay. And then we build this guy. We put that in here. Let's make sure first. Okay. There we go. Tile goes in there. And then the shovel. Shovel out the snow. And then now it looks like we're building some kind of a ladder here. And this is where I'm going to wrap up the build. And yeah, this is not too shabby today. So it looks like you have roof access now. I've used these a few times for roofs or for ladders. This goes here. So this goes like that. I think there's a gap down there. That's what it looks like to me. And that's it. Yeah, so I was hoping we'd be able to attach the wheels. So it looks like that's the next installment. Well, summation of thoughts. And now after knowing exactly what we're doing here, this set is catching my interest. The only thing it's turning me off on this is the scratch pieces and stickers. But build experience, build quality I'd say is just a little above average. We had that piece that caved in here, but once it's all interlocked, it's not too bad. But as you can see, there is access into the bathroom and into the living area. This is like a little apartment. Matter of fact, if you could, you've seen those shipping container houses. There you go. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with this so far, and I'll just have to do a thumbnail. But it's not a bad set for what it is. So we'll set it up like that and put our, I think he's a medic, maybe a med student, we don't know. We'll put him there. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And I'll put my hand here. Did I ever do shout outs? I don't think I did. So let's put those in there before I close out the video. I want to thank you to everyone who's been contributing to my main channel. I appreciate it because that's going to help out this channel here. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and Remarkable customers. I always have stuff. I got building guides I got to put up there still. I haven't had time yet because I've been wrapped up with reviews. I want to thank everyone who takes the time to comment. And I remember it's Amy, Janet, and I forgot your name, but here it is now, Snowy. I always see you comment a lot. See, I forget sometimes. I was trying to, I remember it because I was like, usually I see the same 3 names, but hopefully we'll get that list longer soon. And yeah, this wall, it really does need to be cleaned. But yeah, so far I'm pretty pleased. But, well, stay tuned for the next installment.